I recently just watched a video that was made by Very Dark Man on the situation of what happened in Nepal and the Gen Z coming out to burn down different businesses, taking the lives of some of the politicians and in the name of revolution. I saw the fact that they said corruption, and I was actually looking at it from the aspect of what Very Dark Man is speaking about, because I pay attention to Very Dark Man, and any Nigerian who is not paying attention to Very Dark Man, even if the government is not paying attention to Very Dark Man, then that means Nigerian governments are very ignorant, because you are ignorant of what this guy can incite by the set of people he has behind him. Thank God for the fact that at least 20 to 30% of Ratios their eyes are open and they have been able to, discover many things about him. Not that he's a bad guy, but basically the fact that he also has his ups and downs, and most likely he also manipulates a lot of people. Now, his manipulation is none of my problem. My problem was when he started saying things like that, and he was saying that low-key he would have loved Nigerian youths to also do the same thing. He also makes statement like the problem of Nigerian youth, why they wouldn't be able to achieve it, is basically because of tribalism. And then when I started looking at what Very Dark Man is saying, I'm like, oh, this guy is not actually saying it fully, but he's actually insinuating that Gen Z in Nigerians, they actually take steps like this, and probably that will cause revolution. And I want to address that because, first of all, the only youth who always think of things like this, you actually need to ask them, what are the skills they actually have? What are the true skills they actually have? When youth actually want to come out to say things like this or think of things like this, the question will be, what are the skills of those youths? Most likely Very Dark Man who speaks about things like this. What are his skills? Masturbating, touching men, and plaiting hair. Does he have any other skill? Activism, which is manipulation. And then you are inciting issues that you think that because those Nepal's youth have come out to protest, and that is not even protest, to cause anarchy, that's not protest. They cause anarchy within the country. You think that is going to be a revolution? Let's ask ourselves a question. Let's say Nepal's want to get better. How many years do you think they would use to build those businesses? Now, do you think all those businesses that were burnt down, do you think those businesses were all government owners, or they burnt whatever thing they can get their hands on? And then there are certain people who have invested their life, who have worked so hard, even in a corrupt system, and they have been able to build something. And so those youths destroy a lot of things, including the government infrastructure. So the question will be, do you think the government will pay attention? Or the government will find alternatives to deal with their people? Now let's look at it from that aspect, because you're thinking, oh, the next set of people that will come will be scared. Do you think government are really scared? First of all, you are so ignorant of the power of a president. Now, look at it from this angle, that there's now a curfew. Now, because there's a curfew, a lot of those youth that did all this stuff, they are not outside anymore. Now, if you're actually looking for revolution, should there be a curfew? Why are all those youths now, when probably the military are now taking charge of the whole situation, why are they not out? If they're all willing to use their life as sacrifice to make sure their country is better. And now we talk about Nigeria. Nobody's inciting the fact that Nigeria is not corrupt. No, we know how corrupt it is. All of us, majority of us, we all came from the poor background. We all suffered, and we are building our lives slowly. I don't need anything from Nigerian government. Nigerian government has never done anything, any single one thing in my own entire life. But I've been building, and I know so many Nigerian youth, some Nigerian youth, because not many, have done the same thing for themselves. And you, Very Dark Man, every single time, you always want to talk about politics. You want to talk about revolution. Like, you have any idea about revolution? And you ask yourself about Nigerian youth, how many times a lot of Nigerian youth who are living in Lagos, paying 3 million naira for houses, where they could use that 3 million naira to come to either Ogun State or Red, they can go to Ibadan, they can go pay and buy lands there and start building houses. The competition between most Nigerian youths is not making them succeed, not even the bad system itself. I made a couple of money, I realized that I can't afford anything in Lagos. I have to start building from Ogun State, little by little. I'm managing my life. And a lot of people, if you're wise enough, you don't come from a big background, if you know what to do with your life, you build up skills for yourself. How many times you only tell people you want them to go learn work? And what kind of work are you even asking people to learn? The same work that are not productive, like hairdressing, like carpentry, like all those stuff. Why are you not talking about fashion design? Why are you not talking about cybersecurity, where we are talking about technology? Don't you think that with the help of this, you can even fix the Nigerian police once every Nigerian youth can have cameras? Why not talk about we Nigerian youth, we all start contributing, institutions or Nigerians that are in diaspora start helping us, Nigerian youth, so everyone will be able to have cameras, and once the Nigerian police knows that, automatically there's a revolution in an aspect whereby Nigerian police are very careful on how they deal with Nigerian youth, knowing fully well that every time they stop people, there's a chance that the world is going to be seeing how they operate. And when we stop the corruption among ourselves, then we can start talking about the government. How hardworking are the Nigerian youths? I'm not talking about hustling. I'm talking of how hardworking. We are talking about working. We are talking about mental work. What have your conversations always been like? If you want to cause revolution, what do you think you would do after revolution? What system do you think you will put in place? And the question is that if you have to put another system, then you have to trust the set of people that are going to come in. Do you have the real Nigerian youth who actually are not thieves, that would find themselves in the same position of the politicians and senators as corrupt as we have today, and they wouldn't do worse? I don't blame you. I blame this administration for not arresting you as fast as they can. And let me talk the way you are talking. I'm not insinuating that the DSS arrests you, but that's what I'm implying. They should lock you for a whole 8 years, and I believe when you are out, your brain will start functioning properly. How could you bring such kind of dirty conversation into Nigerian youth? And then you want to say, oh, tribalism, and all of that. And you think tribalism is the problem of Nigerian youth, or you think basically because Nigerian youth are not just united. And how can you be united when you don't have vision and focus on things you are working on? What have we built ourselves to be? A lot of people just go to school without building any skills on themselves. And I'm not saying the government does not have a lot to do with it. I'm saying let's look at ourselves and work among ourselves. I'm training. This is your stupid NGO stuff that you have been doing. What have you done with it? Garbage, nothing else. Within the time you started, I started the same training of people on cybersecurity. I've trained over 873 people currently, and I've bring in more people that will be starting by October. That's on my own, without no help. There's none of my students, there's no class that I bring in somebody else to train my students. I single-handedly am doing that to all the people, all both in Nigeria, all over the world. You garbage masturbator. And so the people that are going to lose their business, what do they do about it? And then you know how many people are going to lose their life? The situation that happened with Lekki the other time, what change has it brought? No sense. You can't debate, you can't do anything. When it gets to the time of Mohbad, you were doing interview everywhere. What a non-entity. I can't debate you on anything. I can't ask you any sensible question. There's nothing about you that is useful except the useless people that follows you everywhere. People who want to report everyone's account, people who want to ban everyone's account. I don't know what to say about this guy. You're just a non-entity. Individually, you can't do anything. People gather money and they give to you. What have you done with it? You are just opening offices everywhere. Opening offices. You are looking for 8,000 people that work with you free. If I am employing anybody, I have workers who work for me. They make money. Say people who have passion. When you don't have sense, why would you not be looking for passionate people? Do something that will make sure you think everybody want to work for free or dead. I recently just watched.
Okay, I'm not a fan of Very Dark Man, but I don't agree with this person that is saying, oh, Very Dark Man should be arrested or whatever. He said he has said something about the Nepal issue that happened, what happened at the Gen Zs protesting and all of that, and he's kind of insinuating that Nigerian you should also do the same. Yes, I'm of that thought, because revolution is what will solve all this problem that is on ground. I don't support them burning people's businesses, but you see those politicians, what those people did to those politicians, I love it. Because politicians do not care about you. You're talking about, they should be asking what skills those people have. They should build on these skills. Do you see the amount of talents that we have in this country? That you have to struggle and struggle your way to get up there. Nigeria is not a place, they have conditioned the Nigerians not to thrive in anything that you do. Of course, there are people making it. People are making it out there. We are not saying that, but we have bad leaders. I've not listened to what Very Dark Man said because obviously I'm not following him, so I would not usually come across his video. But the way you are explaining it, saying that, Loki is wishing that Nigerians would do the same thing. Yes. Very soon we will do it though. What are you saying? I'm not his fan, but I subscribe to that. You're saying that, what skills do we have? What blah blah do we have? Have you seen the situation in this country? Your skills are not even enough. How many people wants to be doing makeup all the time? How many people people will carry hair for months, 2-3 months, because everything is expensive. Nigeria has conditioned us they want to make us poor by all means. Meanwhile, our leaders are doing well. They are doing fine. So, if you are I have issues with very dark man too. I'm not his fan. But you see on this matter, yes, so. And the fact that he said that, yes, tribalism will not allow us to achieve it, is also the truth. If you can push tribalism aside, push religion aside, we are going to bring down these politicians. But that's the major problem we have. He said the truth. Sometimes they talk rubbish, but yes, on this one, I support very dark man. On this particular talk, because I don't understand what you mean by they should be asking of the skills that Nigerians have. Do you know how hardworking Nigerians are? People work Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday, leave the house 4, 5. I've been there, I've done that. And at the end of the day, there is nothing to show for it. People are struggling, living from hand to mouth. You are talking about what skills do they have? What do they have? And is it everybody that must have a skill? Some people are office persons. Is it everybody that likes to do handwork? If some people like to work in an office, do administrative work and all of that. But as Nigeria made it possible for us to thrive. Our politicians making it possible for us to thrive in this country. Some of you want to talk, you will not reason well before you come and say something. I beg. Billion says, Baba, you have nothing to say. We are tired of suffering and smiling. And if what happened in Nepal will better Nigeria, then it is fine, yes. If it happens, and it's going to happen, it's not something that we are going to fix a date for. It's just going to happen spontaneously. It's going to, if that's what's going to happen, I'm sure our leaders are seeing it. And that's not the first country. It has happened in Burkina Faso. So they should be expecting, the only leverage they have is their police. And one day too, the police will be tired and say enough is enough. Instead of the police to point their guns at us, they will point their guns at them. It will happen. It will happen one day when everybody will say enough is enough. The soldiers, the NDLEs, the whatever, all of them too, they would don't reach here. Be told about it, they gon' go in one. It will happen. You know, when you push somebody to the wall, and there is no place to go to again, they will turn back against you. It's either fight to finish. Let me know my last. That's what it will definitely happen. Man say, who be this one? I don't know him. I don't know him. Franca says, this man, don't start with our VDM again. Leave our VDM alone. At Kizzy says, the top notch. Larry says, we see the pain in your eyes. Ayla says, who be this one again? Why do we have so much hate for this guy? It's not like they hate him. It's just that he's a manipulator. But on this particular one, I actually support very dark man. I'm not his fan as well. But you see that revolution, if only we can put tribalism aside, put religion aside, if you stop all this, oh, Igbos are this, oh, Yorubas are this, oh, if we can all come together and have one voice, they are going to pursue all this politics. They are going to japa. They are going to leave this country for us. And we will take back our country and fix the country. But we are not ready yet. When we are ready, it will happen. Definitely. Definitely. A legend says, go and sleep. The early you accept him as your boss and personal savior. He's not my personal savior. What kind of talk is that? What are people saying, Seth? VDM is personal savior. Are you people okay? Now what for you? Inside says, I believe you are matured enough to work with him instead of throwing words. The system is not working for the common man. VDM is for the common man. The system is not working. I don't know about VDM is for the common man. Because sometimes they misbehave. And sometimes he acts like he's just there to make the money. I've not seen a reason why I should. I cannot even be erratic to even start with. I don't subscribe to his thought process. I don't subscribe to the way he handles things. I don't subscribe to the way that he's so proud and arrogant. I don't subscribe to that kind of things that he does. But sometimes he says the truth. And I will not, because I hate him, I will not acknowledge the fact that what he's saying this time around makes sense. The system is not working for the common man. They want to choke us at this point. Everything is hard. Today is 10th and I'm already broke. Like, Everything is hard. I've worked, I've done 2 jobs, I had to resign because your transportation salary has your salary transportation has taken everything. You still say, okay, let me work from home. Before you know, you don't spend the money finish. Nothing is working. So the system is not working. That's saying that they should arrest very dark man. Maybe on another issue that he has done. I don't know. But on this particular matter, he's not inciting anything. It is what will happen. Whether they like it or not. So it is better for them not to allow this to happen. They should start doing normal. They should start doing normal. You guys says, now true they talk, bro. Now the way is blind. People go, they follow VDM. Lorenta says, you're happy with the mind. I don't know for him. Wale says, Nigeria has gone from worse to worse. You may be right about other things, but you'll always be wrong about VDM, even if you talk about him for decades. Big Kelly says, but you're happy how Nigeria is corrupt. The security, you don't talk about it and you want the youth to be happy. It is well. My listeners, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.